So a lot of the time, clients build these wonderful lead magnets that's really helpful. It's got loads of content there that can really kind of help their clients. Um, but then they download it and nothing else happens. So I'm going to show you in this video what to do over the next 12 days. It's actually called the next 12 days creative, right? And it's going to tell you the kind of emails that you need to do. It'll show you how to create them. And I've actually got a little nifty ChatGPT bot that you can get in the description that you just answer a few questions and it'll write the next 12 days worth of emails for you as well. So it's not 12 days emails, by the way. You get 6 emails that go out over 12 days. So it's not like really intense. But let me show you how this all works so you get a good idea of this. So the first thing is what you've got to think about is people need to come into your world somehow. So generally speaking, if you use the good old marketing terminology that we've all heard of, I'm sure you've probably heard of this as well, TOFU, MOFU, and BOFU. And it's really, really kind of out there in terms of innovative for naming things. It's just top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. You see what I'm saying? But the idea is that you've got to get people into your world. And so when you get people that raise their hands that say, do you know what? I have a problem that your lead magnet potentially can help me to solve. So basically what you're doing is you're getting them to opt in into your world. And I'm sure you've got several different lead magnets. I think at the most I probably had, I think I was probably running with around 100 different lead magnets. And I've said this many times in previous videos. I still get like leads coming through every single week from a lead magnet, which was the very first lead magnet I ever built, which is it's a gold card, little small thing that you can print. If you actually go to my personal website, johncovey.com// gold card, you can actually still download it there. And it's a little small gold card that you carry around. It was an idea inspired by one of my first original mentors, Bob Proctor. It's fantastic, just a visual aid that you've got with you at all times. But what, as I said at the start of this video, what tends to happen is people download these lead magnets and then nothing happens. They come into your world and you might put them onto a mailing list, you might send the odd emails, maybe you have got a bit of a sequence, but they never turn into customers, they never turn into clients, they just sit there, and eventually maybe they will buy. And what this is engineered to do is to speed up that process. And I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So you're going to get them to opt in firstly. So you're going to get them, so they come into your world and they opt in. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to welcome them. I don't know where my page just disappeared to. You're going to welcome them. And you're going to welcome them by using a sequence of emails that's mapped a certain way. I'm going to show you exactly what this map looks like and why it works and how it works and the kind of words and framing that you need to use to make it click. And then at the bottom is you've pulled them through your funnel and you want to find out if they're going to buy or not. And ultimately what you're going to look to do is you're going to help first. And that's part of what the sequence does, is it helps them. And then you're going to ask. Rather than you just assuming that because they come into your world, you're going to go straight in for the kill, you're going to try and help them first. You're going to try and help them to uncover problems, challenge beliefs, debunk some myth that they may have, show them some proof. And there's a certain process to follow in order to get them from cold to sold. So it's called the next 12 days, as I've just mentioned. Now, what it looks like is a sequence that has got a cadence behind it as well. So if you imagine a calendar, so what we'll do is we'll put a calendar that runs from 0 to 12 days. By the way, if you are wondering how to get people to opt in, then up somewhere here, I'll put a video around here that's going to show you how to create content that gets people to raise their hands and actually works. So it's actually called, what do I call it? I called it why your content gets likes but no clients. That could change from time to time because obviously we're trying to optimize these videos. But currently right now it's called why your content gets likes but no clients. In there, I'll break it down, a framework that I use and what we use with our clients to help them get pretty much leads on a consistent basis each day, which then takes them through a journey to get paying clients each week. But the idea is that you're going to send the emails along a path. And that path basically is On day 0, you're going to give them the asset. So you're going to give them what it is that they asked for, the lead magnet, the thing that they raised their hand and said, hey, that sounds really interesting. I'm interested in that. The very next day, you're going to try and get some kind of conversation started with them. So you're not going to try and sell anything to them. It's a simple invite to try and get them to have a chat with you, have some conversation with you. Then we're going to miss it for 2 days. And on day 3, what we'll then do, so this is day 3, we'll send them an email with what we call a hot button topic. So a hot button topic is something that's going to make their, the ears prick, and it's something that's going to be like, that's really interesting. And it's designed to help them. So it's a way that you get them to binge out on more of your content. So it's a way for them to be able to really experience you, experience what you do, experience how you help your clients, experience on the service that you provide. And we're going to send 3 of these type of videos, and we're going to miss it for 2 days. And then on day 6, we'll send them a next one. And then day 9, we'll send them the next one. And then finally on day 12, we're going to just ask them. We're going to actually ask them, can we help them? This is what we're doing. Would you like to work with us? And I've got, again, a GPT bot that's going to help you break all this down so you can see, excuse me, exactly what to say. You just simply go to the bot, go to ChatGPT. It'll ask around, I think it's set to ask maybe 10 or 15 questions. And if you don't know the answer to them, tell it that you don't know the answers to it, and it'll guide you through what to do there as well. But if you answer them questions, it takes you probably 5 or 10 minutes to do. It'll then spit out the full 6 emails ready for you to just put into your ESP, your email service provider, and send it away and get it stacked up and ready to roll, basically. So that's generally what that looks like. To give you a bit of an idea of the questions, we break it down into a few different sections. So the first section that we're going to do is you need to find out, who your audience is, your ICP or perfect future client or avatar or whatever you call it. We want to know who they are, and if you've not done much work on them, then you should absolutely dig into that, because it really is paramount to everything that you do. Like if you don't fully understand where they are in their world, it's going to be really difficult for you to put the right message in front of them, and even more difficult to do it at the right time. So definitely do some deep work on there. And again, there's some videos. If you go back through my channel, there's several different videos that talks about, ICPs and buyer personas and perfect future clients. There's loads of stuff there that you can do. And likewise, there's thousands and thousands of videos that talk you through this stuff. The reason most people don't do it is it's not very sexy. It's not very sexy at all, but it's important. And it's the stuff that's not sexy that actually pays. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that you're clear on who they are, and it's going to ask you who they are in the little chat GPT, or if you're not, if you're just going to sketch it out or write it in a book or a notepad or an iPad or whatever you do, make sure you know who the audience is. The second thing that it's going to then ask you to do is it's going to ask you what's the kind of results, like what's the win. See if we can do it. That's a trophy. I'm actually really good at art. I say it all the time, but this is the evidence suggests to the contrary. Yeah, but it wants to know what's the key results, like what's the core results, what's the thing that you do for them. The next thing that it's going to ask you is what's the freebie that you're giving to them, the lead magnet. It's going to ask you a few different things. So it's going to ask you what it's called. So there's a freebie that you've created, a lead magnet that you created. What's its name? The next thing it's going to ask you is where is it? So if it's a landing page, give us the URL. If it's anywhere else online, a video or whatever it is, give us the URL for it. And then the final thing that it's going to then do is ask you a little bit of information about it, a short little simple bio, because it's going to take all this information and run its little magic in the background to make sure that these messages are aligned perfectly with what it is that you do. Excuse me. So once we've done that, we are then going to look at getting them conversations started. So it's going to give you, let's write this down, conversation starters. It's going to give you some suggestions and some options. And if you don't like what it gives you, tell it and it'll give you some more options. Again, it's designed to be intuitive and work with you. So it's not just going to tell you, it's going to coach you. But it's designed for you to try and get these conversations started. Because I don't know about you, but I find that I get like really good results when I'm in front of somebody. When I'm speaking with people, I get really good results, and I actually really enjoy it as well. Do you know when you're actually having conversations with people? So um, it just seems to work really, I suppose, really well. The next thing that it'll do is we're going to go through these hot button topics. So it's going to ask you for some different tools that you've already got. So have you got any other lead magnets? Have you got any videos that solve a particular problem? Have you done a podcast episode? Have you got a book? Have you got a white paper? Have you got like a score app where there's a quiz that they can take to help them understand more about themselves or what the challenges are, the problems, the business, whatever it is? And these are all going to be mapped together for your hot button topics. So it's going to ask you what they are and a little bit about what they are as well. So it can really help you to create these emails that are highly targeted to again your business and the pain points and challenges that your audiences are going to face. And then it's going to create the final part of it for you as well, which is what we call a mega signature. And a mega signature is just a PS. It's a PS that's actually loaded with top, middle, bottom content for your funnel. So things like how we get them further into your world, how you nurture them in your world, how you get them out the other side where they book a call, they buy your product, they click to learn more, something like that as well. So it's going to talk about a bit of a mega signature there as well. So if you've not got one of those, it's really straightforward. You've probably seen these all over the web. Probably seen them on other people's emails if you're on other people's lists, where it's basically, Joe, PS, whenever you're ready, here's 2 ways or 3 ways or 4 ways I can help you. Just what we call the mega signature. And it's going to ask you what that is. And if you've not got one, ask it and it'll help you to create one as well. So that'll then take that information and it'll churn out these 6 emails that you can then put it straight into, whether you're using MailChimp or Go High Level or HubSpot or MailerLite. There's hundreds of different pieces of software that's going to let you send emails, automated emails. So a lot of this can be automated. But all of it can be automated. If automation's a little bit above you, don't stress too much because it's just about you having a template ready, and you can send it yourself if you really needed to. But a lot of these tools are pretty self-explanatory and easy to do. So what have we got so far? So what we've got is a way that we fetch people into your world. You've got a way to welcome into your world and try and get a conversation started with them. And then you've got a way to show them that you can help them. These are by showing them the videos, the articles, the blogs, the podcasts, the books, the things that you've got that's going to really help them to remove challenges and problems that they're facing and take them from cold to solid. That's what we've got there so far. You've got the 12 days, so you know exactly when it needs to be sent, and you know what you need to have available, like what assets you need to get the most from this. Now, at this stage, it's probably very tempting for lots of people just to skip past and think, I'll just do the lead magnet. That's enough. And I can't tell you how many conversations I've had with my clients over the years that have spent hours, days building these sexy, slick, wonderful lead magnets. And for one, they don't do anything with it. They'll hide it somewhere on the website where no one's ever going to visit and then get a bit pissy and frustrated that no one's downloading them because they can't find it. Or the ones that do never turn into customers or clients, or very, very, very rarely do, because they've not been nurtured, they've not been taken on a journey. They've just been sold to. And so I think that when you can put this effort in, it's going to take a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. Especially if you're going to be building some time in it to do the lead magnets anyway. And if you've got them already, like, it's definitely worth a revamp to make sure that you can get them cranking and working as well. So what that does is, as I mentioned, is it takes them through this process, which I just showed you at the start, the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. We're going to try and pull them through. And ultimately what we're looking for is an outcome at the bottom where we're finding people who's in a position that they want to buy. Because not everybody does. There's loads of different stats that talk about this, about how many people are ready to buy, but it's a small sliver of people that typically buy within 30, 60, 90 days. There's another proportion of people that will buy, eventually, and that could be 9 months, it could be a year, it could be two. I mean, I've had clients that's been, yeah, several years really before they've stepped forward, but they do buy, and so you definitely want to be nurturing people as well, and not just getting a little bit frustrated because they've not bought straight away. And what we're really looking for is at the bottom of the funnel here. We're looking for these people who, the ones who's ready to buy now. They're the ones that's hot to trot, so to speak. We know that these will buy. We just don't know when. So we can then start to nurture them, with other content that you have. And then there's a large proportion of that, that they're never going to buy. They are, the definition of tire kickers. They probably on multiple people's lists. They never really buy anything. They, rather than looking and paying for a shortcut, they try and do it the wrong way around. What they'll do is they'll try and save money, and spend time rather than doing it the smart way, which is spending some money and saving a ton of time. And I think that's the biggest difference between people who get quick results and people who, maybe they do get results, but it just takes a long, long time to get there. So really, they're never going to buy from you or anybody. This is the way it is. What we're looking for is these ones, the ones who's, good to go. And that's how you get your sequence together. So you've got the next 12 days, 6 emails over 12 days that's going to help you to take them from cold to sold. Give it a go. There's a ChatGPT bot in the description. Pull this information into it. It'll definitely make it better and more helpful. If you've enjoyed this, give me a like. I really appreciate it. If there's something in there that you liked, especially tell me in the comments. Share it, tag some people, give it to others. Give it like. I'm trying to think of what the word is now. Giving. Sharing is caring. That's the word. I just completely forgot it right now. But yeah, no, share it with other people. And if you want to find out a little bit more about, what we do, in the description, there's a video. In fact, I think I can probably pin it up here somewhere that's going to share the bigger idea in terms of what we're working on with Thrive and how we're helping companies to get their businesses making more money, getting them some more freedom, making it more fun. And if that's you, great, go and have a look. And if not, cool, keep coming back, keep looking. Enjoy this, put it to use, and I'll be really interested to find out what you do with it. So